Empress Elisabeth of Austria, better known as Sisi, was one of the most famous women of the 19th century. Her life, her marriage, and her tragic death have been told in countless ways. But while Sisi herself is widely known, her brothers are often forgotten. In this video, we'll shift the focus away from the Empress and turn to the men who grew up alongside her. They were born into the same family, shaped by the same expectations of rank, duty, and marriage. But their lives took very different paths. So in the next chapters, we're leaving the Habsburg court behind and we'll be taking a closer look at Sisi's brothers and the lives they actually led. Let's start with Ludwig Wilhelm. He was born on June 21, 1831, and followed the expected path of a royal prince by pursuing a military career. As the firstborn son, he actually had certain rights and expectations attached to his position, but he gave them up. Ludwig renounced his rights in order to marry an actress, Henriette Mendel. Because of the difference in their social status, they married morganatically in 1859, meaning she and their children did not share his rank. The couple went on to have 2 children. Their daughter, Marie-Louise, is mainly remembered today for her connection to the Meyerling incident, the scandal that ended with the murder-suicide of Crown Prince Rudolf of Austria and his mistress Mary Wetzera. Henriette died in 1891. After her death, Ludwig married again, this time to Antonie Barth, a ballerina 40 years his junior. He was 61, she was 21. From the outside, their marriage appeared stable for more than 20 years. However, Antonie eventually left him after what she described as many years of emotional and physical abuse. Ludwig Wilhelm died in 1920 at the age of 89 and was buried in Munich. Next, we have Wilhelm Carl, who was born on December 24, 1832, and sadly died at only 7 weeks. Now let's look at Carl Theodore. He was born on August 9, 1839 at Possenhoven Castle. Like his older brother, he joined the Bavarian army at a young age and served in the Austro-Prussian War of 1866. After his military service, he turned to academics and studied philosophy, law, economics, and eventually medicine at the Ludwig Maximilian University in Munich. Some of his teachers there included well-known scholars such as chemist Justus von Liebig and the pathologist Ludwig von Buhl. On February 11, 1865, Carl married Princess Sophie of Saxony, who was also his first cousin. Later that year, she gave birth to their daughter. The birth, however, had serious consequences for Sophie. Although she appeared to recover at first, she died in 1867 of influenza. In 1870, the Franco-Prussian War broke out. Carl Theodore paused his medical studies to serve once again, this time as a colonel of the Bavarian Cavalry Regiment. In 1872, he was awarded an honorary Doctor of Medicine and in the following years completed the formal requirements for his medical degree. He then went on to specialize in ophthalmology, the field of eye medicine, studying under Professor Deutschland and continuing his training with Professor Arlt in Vienna and Professor Horner in Zurich. After completing his studies, he began working as a doctor in Menton, France. In 1880, he opened an eye clinic in his castle at Tegernsee. Later, in 1895, he founded the Duke Carl Theodor Eye Clinic in Munich. This clinic still exists today. Over the course of his career, Carl Theodor personally performed more than 5,000 cataract operations and treated a wide range of other eye diseases. He treated many patients without charging them and therefore paid a large amount of the running costs himself. Carl Theodor married a second time in 1874, this time to Infanta Maria Josefa of Portugal, daughter of the exiled King Miguel I of Portugal. Together they have 5 children. One of their daughters, Elizabeth, later became Queen of the Belgians when she married the future King Albert I in 1900. Another daughter, Marie Gabrielle, married the Bavarian Crown Prince Ruprecht. In 1888, after the death of his father, Karl Theodore became the head of the Wittelsbach branch titled Dukes in Bavaria. He died in 1909, leaving behind a legacy not only as a royal, but also as a practicing physician who made a concrete impact in his field. Next, we have Maximilian, who was stillborn in 1845. Lastly, we have Duke Maximilian Emmanuel in Bavaria. Maximilian Emmanuel was born on December 7, 1849 in Munich. He was the 10th child of his parents and youngest brother of Sisi. In the family, he was nicknamed Mopperl. From a young age, he was focused on the military. In 1865, as a teenager, he became a second lieutenant in the 2nd Royal Bavarian Uhlans. During the Austro-Prussian War of 1866, he fought on the Austrian side and saw action in several engagements. He stayed in the army and later rose to the rank of lieutenant general and received a number of military honors. Among them, the Bavarian Military Merit Order and the Prussian Iron Cross. In 1875, he married Princess Amalie of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha at Ebenthal in Lower Austria. Amalie was the daughter of Prince August of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha and Princess Clementine of Orleans. The marriage was supported by his sister Elizabeth, who helped bring the match about. Maximilian Emmanuel and Amalie had 3 sons: Siegfried, born in 1876, Christoph, born in 1879, and Luitpold, born in 1890. Alongside his military career, he also composed a small number of musical works. In 1893, he developed severe gastric bleeding while in Feldafing at the Hotel Empress Elisabeth. He died there on June 12, 1893, at the age of 43. His body was taken to Tegernsee, where he was buried in the crypt of the Church of St. Quirinus.